It's like a person who is addicted to drugs is their cells are used to the chemistry of those drugs. A person who is addicted to alcohol, their cells are used to the alcohol. Same way, the person who is addicted to thinking about the past, their cells are used to the chemistry of the thoughts of the past. The past is a cancel check. The future is a promissory note. But the present is the only cash in hand. Use it wise and use it well. How to let go of the past and move on with your life. If this topic is for you, grab your notebooks and pen because class is about to begin. Hi, my name is Kartika Nair. I'm a coach and trainer, and today we're going to have another heart-to-heart talk as your elder sister, just pretend, and I want to give you some family advice that will help you in life. So today we're talking about letting go of the past. If you're ready, let's get started. Humans are addicted to the pain of the past. We're also addicted to the future. Now, before I tell you how to let go of the past, I need to motivate you on why you need to follow through and actually let go of the past. And what would happen to us if we continue to live in thoughts of the past and all the things that have happened? What would happen to us? Let's discuss that first. The first thing is the emotion of powerlessness. Because we do not possess a time machine to go back and change all the things that have happened, all the things that we've done, all the experiences, because we can't change it, dwelling upon it will cause us to vibrate in a frequency of powerlessness, making us feel terrible about ourselves and our lives, but also recreate more powerless experiences in life. The second one is it will bring in the fear of the future. What if the same stuff happens again? What if we can't move past? What if failure is all that we're ever going to know in life? These kind of thoughts will not only put you in anxiety and depression, but it will literally block you from trying anything new and trying to achieve success. So the fear of the future is another side effect of living in the past. Third side effect of living in the past is you become so rooted. Your identity of who you are becomes so rooted in what has happened to you and your life that you cannot create a new version of you or your life. It's like you're trying to create a new life, be a new person. You're writing your notes in the book, but then you're also reading your old notes. You're also reading the past chapters. How can you fully live in the new chapters when you're still reading the past chapters? So to create a new life and to create a new you and to even explore or touch the possibilities, living in the past will kill that. Fourth one, living in the past is still manifestation. You will keep creating the same situations again and again. Have you ever been in a situation where you had the same problems with friends? You had problems with friends, you tried to make some new friends, same problem again. Or you had a problem with your relationships, got into new relationships, same problems came up. Problems at office, join new offices, same problems came up. Because energetically, even if you're not thinking about the past mentally, emotionally, if you're still holding on to trauma from the past, you recreate it again and again. So the past repeats itself because what you think about, you fuel, and what you fuel, you create. So that's another reason to not live in the past. The fifth and the final reason to really motivate you to step out of the past is both anxiety as well as depression is rooted in the past. They both come from not being able to change things and feeling bad about everything that's happened. So now let's discuss how to let go of the past and come into the moment and move on with your life. Let's start. I want you to pause right now and affirm below and tell me and tell the universe and tell yourself that you're ready to let go of the past. So go ahead and comment below, I'm ready to let go of the past. Once you're ready, the rest of this video will be super easy. Go ahead and comment, I'm ready to let go of the past. I let it go, baby. So the first one is a mindfulness principle. This is how to break the addiction to thoughts about the past. Right now in your brain, you have a very strong neural network, okay? Your nerve cells of your brain is a very strong highway of thinking about the past and things that have happened. It's a huge highway. Now, because it's so big, the cells in your body are used to getting the neurochemicals of those thoughts, right? The cells in your body are used to that feeling of powerlessness or depression or pain or victimhood that you feel when you think about what's happened in the past. It's like a person who is addicted to drugs is their cells are used to the chemistry of those drugs. A person who's addicted to alcohol, their cells are used to the alcohol. Same way, the person who's addicted to thinking about the past, their cells are used to the chemistry of the thoughts of the past. To break that, you need to learn the mindfulness principle of observing the thinker. Very simply put, every time you notice a thought and let it go, you break the highway. You're not driving on the highway anymore. You are now breaking it. You're not going there. So every time you break your thoughts, you don't think about it. You just let it pass. You let the thought come and go. Instead of pursuing them and thinking more about it, that breaks the highway, and eventually the highway will disintegrate and you will be back to the present moment. So learning to observe your thoughts and letting them go is the technique to break your addiction to the past. The second one is breaking the addiction to the emotions of the past. By the way, anxiety, depression, powerlessness, these are all chemical addictions. They're all, when I say chemical, I mean neurochemical. Your brains are producing neural soups all the time that make you feel a certain way. So the feeling that you have is actually a chemical experience going on in the body, and the body gets very used to these feelings and it gets pretty much addicted to it. So to break that, instead of judging the way you feel, instead of resisting the way you feel, instead of trying to go towards just positive thinking, sit and notice those feelings in the body. Breathe them out. They're just emotions, they're just sensations. Pain, emotion, jealousy, all of these things are just emotions, sensations. When you can learn to sit with them, feel them, breathe them out without judging them, without resisting them, without being in a hurry to get rid of them, to simply feel it, you will heal it. And every time you heal an emotion, you break the addiction and you move on into the present moment, and so on and so forth. Instead of diverting your attention to something else or thinking more into the emotion and going into a victim mindset, just sit with the emotion. It's just sensation. Don't make any story, don't make any emotion, don't make any meaning out of it. Just sit with the emotion, breathe it out, and let it go. So if you're following me so far on breaking the addiction to the thoughts of the past and breaking the addiction to the emotions that you're feeling right now, all the pain you feel right now is rooted in the past. So as you heal yourself today, you are also healing the past. That's the beauty of mindfulness. It's the most beautiful thing that ever existed in this universe is mindfulness. I don't know how to push that to you, but it really is. Now, if you've understood these 2 points, I want you to comment below saying, I'm ready to break the cycle. Okay, I'm ready to break the addiction cycle. Go ahead and type below, I am ready to break the addiction cycle. Because once you break the thoughts and emotions of the past, you're back into the present. This brings us to the third way in which to let go of the past and move on with your life. And this is living in the present moment. Learning to live in the present moment is pretty simple. You just need to become best friends with everything that is happening right now. Best friends as in you don't judge whatever's in the present moment, you don't resist it, you don't escape it, you become friends with it. So getting into your senses. So what do I see right now? What do I hear right now? What do I feel on my body? What do I feel in my body? What emotions are going on? What thoughts are going on? Being friends with these is living in the present moment. When you're here and you practice being here, and the first 2 points, you would have successfully moved past the past and gone into the present. Every moment is a brand new birth. Sometimes people want to commit suicide because they think they can restart their lives again in another birth. But here's the good news, you don't need any of that drama. You can be born again right now. This moment is a brand new moment and you can create anything. Very often people come to me wanting me to read their stories and listen to their stories, and then I come to them and I say your story is irrelevant because whoever you want to be, you can be from this moment, and your past has nothing to do with it. You don't need a past. You don't need to identify with it. None of it has any meaning, significance, nothing. You can put it in the garbage just like anything else, but the ego doesn't like that. The ego wants to have a past because it wants to feel like it's a sufferer in order for it to feel more powerful. But the truth of it is absolutely irrelevant. Your past means nothing. Get in terms with that. So all the 3 steps that I told you today is are parts of a practice called mindfulness. Like I said, if you want to learn more about mindfulness, I have a full playlist in the description. If you want to make it easier on you, I'm doing a free class that's happening on Sunday, the 18th. It's a 2-hour class. You can register for it in the description. In this class, I want to service you with basically 3 things we want to discuss. One, how to be calm and unaffected no matter what is going on in your life, which would really help you. 2, how to heal yourself of any form of negativity that you're going through. 3, how to create the life that you want from being born into the present moment. These are beautiful principles, probably the best of wisdom I've ever come across. I would like to offer this to you in that class. If you want to register for it, you can register in the description box, and I look forward to seeing you in that class. It's free, it's 2 hours, and it's worth your time. And so that was 3 ways to let go of the past and come into the present moment. Firstly, I hope this kind of knowledge is of value to you. I hope somebody out there takes this, really internalizes this, takes action, and goes past the past and really lives in the joy of the present moment. And of course, from the present moment, you have the power to create whatever you want in the future. It's always now is the point of power. So go ahead and tell me in the comments. Firstly, was this video of value to you? Does this give you some sort of relief that you can let go and move forward with your life because you're the ultimate creator? And if it does, go ahead and tell me what are the 3 things that you took back from today's lesson. Please go and comment. I asked this in the previous video also, and a lot of people did, but I really want you to, I'll tell you why we tell you to do this. So I'm a coach and trainer. I understand how information works when it comes to retaining information, and also how you program your mind to take action on something. When you make notes, when you write out, these are the things that I took back. You get to review the learning of a video, you get to internalize that information, you get to prime your brain to take action on that information. So make sure that you write out what are the 3 things that you took back from today's video, and then I look forward to seeing you in another video. Have a very mindful, happy, peaceful, fun day, and remember, the past is a cancelled check. The future is a promissory note, but the present is the only cash we have in hand. Use it wisely. I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Namaste.